Welcome back, everybody. Continuing with the 700 series telephones from the GPO, I have a red GPO 706. Still trying to figure out what year it originally is from because it is refurbished, and the refurbished year is 1975, and that was around the time that the 746 had already been introduced by the GPO. So as a sign of uniformity, they took out the original letters and number combination bezels, as well as not the bezels, the dial surrounds, and then the bezels that had the chevron or the arrow shapes pointing to the numbers were removed and replaced with the figure bezels with the numbers on it, as found in here. So if you were to compare this 706 to the 746, they almost look similar. Just a way to keep uniformity. I received this not too long ago, today actually, probably about 30 minutes ago. So it's in good shape. Just has your normal wear and tear. I'm glad it didn't come in damaged at all. But you can kind of see it's in pretty good shape. Just needs a polish. And then we look at the back here. This one happens to have the carry handles. The GPO was against the carry handles originally, and then later on they approved having the carry handles, and this one happens to be plastic, and these were known to break. So it's actually good to have these still on the phone. Some of them were metal as well, but it's in really good shape. The dial is the one it's the dial number 21, and it has the metal components on the inside, so there's no plastic. It's running a bit slow. It's a little stiff as well, so I'm going to give that an overhaul. But all in all, it's a really solid phone. The switch here, the plunger, is a bit wonky. It's a little stiff right now. So I'll have to figure out how to get that going again. It shouldn't be too difficult. And this dial does have the opal with it, and the center here that snaps in. And to remove these, you either need a piece of tape or one of those suction cups that can be like hang decorations on your windows, and that should remove it. Some of them I found that they're pretty tight, so it takes a while to get them out. The original finger wheels even matched the color of the phone, and they were plastic like this, but they were painted from the back to match the color of the rest of the phone. So that was cool. And the original finger wheels on the 706s had this metal insert in the center, and it had a spring where you could stick your screwdriver on the underside of it to pop out the center opal. Now my Bezek telephone from Israel, which looks exactly like the 706, has a clear plastic finger wheel just as like this, and it does have that slot there where you can actually pop the opal. So I guess the Bezek Telrad continued that. I'm guessing that they produce their telephones that are licensed of the GPO. So I have two of those ivory ones, and you've seen them in my other videos from last year. But let's take a look at the bottom. So this one is actually a Mark II 706. Mark II tells you that the base is going to be metal, and the wiring on the inside is a PC board, printed circuit board. The Mark I's had a plastic bottom with the traditional wiring to it. So they had traditional wiring terminals that were directly mounted on the base. And so all the wires connected to whatnot and everything. And of course, the PC board is a bit simpler, where all the connections are within the printed circuit board, but the terminals are also on there to attach or to connect your, various components such as line cord, dial, handset cord, and capacitors and all that, the bell. So I haven't even opened up this phone, so I've yet to see what it looks like on the inside. Photos will be on the end of the video. And the plus of getting GPO telephones here in the States is that I always make sure that the phone is unconverted. So this one has the original line cord, but it looks like it's been cut. Would have been a plus if it had the junction box to it, but it's no big deal. I might even replace this, or I could strip this and put a plug on it. I don't know. We'll figure that out when we cross that bridge. Here's a look at the handset. Handset is still the same as found on the GPO 746s. And the restraints are in good shape as well. They're not leaching. This one is a bit yellowed and faded. So, yeah. One difference with the 706 here is that compared to the 746, as opposed to having a mounting screw on the back to take off the housing, you remove these two screws here to remove the housing, which are found here by the cradle. So yeah, that's the 706. Give you a closer look. I'm going to take this off the tripod here. Sitting down, by the way. Some 706s had had a button here that would had like bell on off. I think some also had the earthing button. There were different types of buttons that could be used here on the top. This one has a blanking plate here, so there's no button used on this telephone. You hear the bells on the inside, so we know that the bells are intact. They sound a bit loose. They might get to be adjusted. But anyway, that's the GPO 706. I do have a Concord Blue one coming in soon, so once I get that one in, I will make a video as well of that. So thank you very much. Photos are coming next, and have a good day. Bye-bye.